data and help organization engage effectively with these groups. Because generally we tend to do around where we are.
Correct.
Ensuring that their voices are also heard and considered in decision making, where we are being biased and how we can work towards it.
Correct.
And Joel,
Any
if I
views
may,
from your end?
yeah, if I may add, right? Like
Yes,
interestingly,
please.
Cognizant, we had a core center of excellence group called Center for Future of Work, and in November 2017, we published a white paper, and it's available on the internet for anybody to download. 21 jobs of the future.
Okay.
And a year later, we published 21 more jobs of the future. So November 2017, when we published it, one of the job that we had our Center of Excellence had identified is that algorithm bias auditor.
Okay.
Was a job in 2017. Our Future of Work had published in one of the 21 jobs of the future. They had envisioned that, and it is coming into a reality right now. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
So an algorithm bias auditor is highly essential right now to know if there is any bias, and it's any algorithm is built by human and
Yes.
men, women, and they introduce their own conditioned bias into the
I told
algorithm.
you.
So that's very interesting. And on the job descriptions and training, right, Ghazala was mentioning, right? Lots of corporates use a platform or a tool called Texito. Texito is a tool that helps in writing gender biased job descriptions. So I mean, unbiased, like gender neutral job descriptions. If you have to put the right way, gender neutral job descriptions is something that a platform called Texito helps to write it. So this given that like this algorithm bias and tools that have evolved, right? On the other hand, what we do at Cognizant, right, through the employee volunteering program that I do, I'm looking at I've somehow like we have figured out to help the artificial intelligence systems by providing data, because AI system needs a lot of data.
Yes.
And for all these research and artificial intelligence systems to be built up, right, through our volunteering program, we have started contributing in 3-4 campaigns, interesting campaigns. One of the campaigns was OpenStreetMap. So these Red Cross and other UN agencies, right, in terms of catastrophes across the globe, they don't use the Google map. They use something called OpenStreetMap, which is available for these service organizations. And these maps, right, it doesn't have enough money for them to put a satellite and then cover all the mark everything, or send a 360-degree camera on a vehicle and then capture everything, right? So they look for volunteers to log in, and they sector the whole globe into small tiny pieces. And then what as Cognizant volunteers we did is that, like, there was a campaign to I think eradicate dengue in some village in Odisha.
Okay.
And in that Odisha, this OpenStreetMap did not have clear what's what in the map. So our volunteers had to, all that they have to do is they log in, register, they go figure out a building. It's a satellite image. If they see a building, they'll have to just put a block there. If it is a square building, square. If it is a rectangle, rectangle. If it is a circle, they circle. That's all we will have to do. 15 minutes, you go, you take a small chunk, you allocate it, and then you mark the buildings and then leave it. The volunteers from OpenStreet who can go on ground, they will go and figure out that, okay, somebody has marked this as some infrastructure. They'll mark it. It is a school. It is a hospital. It is a house. It is a water tank. It is a pond. So they will do that. So this is one of the volunteering activity that did. Another like 2-3 interesting volunteering activities that I will share for the interest of it will be exciting for all of you to contribute as well, right? That's the reason I'm sharing. Penguin Watch. Penguin is it's becoming very scarce of the climate conditions, glaciers, and all of things. So we partnered with an agency. I think it's called Zoo Reach, and online volunteering opportunity where all that we'll have to do is that log in, you figure out, you see if the penguins are moving, you figure out, you pin a penguin there. So it helps in counting the penguins that are there. And recently for the breast awareness week, we have launched a campaign that helps our employees while working from office, working from home. They can log into a platform. They can help in breast cancer research by this platform provides a variety of documentations. Our volunteers will have to log in, one document will be given, and they'll have to identify the patterns in the biological systems and structures, particularly any lymph nodes. They'll be given 1 hour of training. So they'll have to mark any lymph nodes that they identify in the system, and they'll have to just save it. That's all. So they need the data for the AI system to
Absolutely.
understand the pattern, right? We
Correct.
need a lot of data, and through volunteering, we are contributing for such causes, and volunteers are really excited. 15 minutes they're serving for a cause while working from rather a coffee break or a tea break, going for a YouTube video or going through the LinkedIn profile. 15 minutes they're contributing towards a cause. So these are like very interesting leverages through volunteering that we are contributing to the community. So that's something that I thought I'll share it across.